Hey guys, how you doing? It's Voodoo here and welcome to episode 12 in my Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Emblem editor series. Now this emblem I'm extremely proud of. It's the Ken Block emblem. Absolutely awesome on the gun, looks fantastic, brilliant on the player card. Took me a lot of work to get this one down and it really took me some time. I've had to edit a lot of footage to get this down, sort of like to under 10 minutes. It was about an hour and a half's work to get it just right. I had to fiddle and fart about big time. Now my advice to you guys is watch this emblem from the start to finish before you really make it. Watch the video through. I do make a couple of mistakes on the way and I change things, so best thing you can do is just watch what I do, and so you won't make the same mistakes, and then you can go through the emblem and go really quickly. So first thing you're going to need is a podium, 2 of them, and you stick one of them at the top and also one of them will be at the bottom. Now this is my first mistake here. I've put the lampshade in there. I don't use the lampshade in the end, I use the monolith, and that's what I use because the angle's wrong on the lampshade. At first I thought yeah that's okay, but it turns out it wasn't, so that was my first mistake. Put the podium, flip the podium over and resize it slightly and put it down the bottom. Then we got the curved square and put that in the middle. Now what we're doing here is we've got the curved line and we're putting that across just to give you the sort of the corner of the block, because obviously Ken Block, it's a block, skull and crossbones, just to give him a sort of cool image. So that's what that's all about. So that gives the corner. Now you've got a half circle there, make it small, and that is the left eye. And then we use the half tube just to do sort of like the eyebrow sort of effect across the top of the eye, make him look like he's frowning a little bit. And that is the first eye. Then you want to use another half circle and make it bigger just to give the perspective of sort of depth, a little bit of a sort of 3D look, like the thing's angled. Doesn't look like at the moment, but as you'll see it will get there. Same again, half tube above the eye, and that gives, and make it bigger obviously to give that sort of perception of depth. Now we picked up a kiss and we're using that as the nose. Rescale that, put that down as the nose, and that looks spot on. That's not bad at all, slightly on an angle that is. Then you want to pick up a medium rectangle and sort of rescale it and angle it slightly just to make it look like a set of teeth. We're going to sort of make the teeth individual at the moment, but that's just another way of sort of giving it the angled look, just to sort of give that perception of the things at an angle. Pick up a thimble, fit that at an angle towards the one end of the teeth as well, so they're all on the wonk. And then we're going to use a couple of ladders just to segment the teeth. Now we will cover up the top part of the ladder just to make them slightly bendy, because the teeth on the original image are not like straight, they're not straight lines, they're all slightly wonky. So that's what we do. Pick up another curved line, freescale it. I've left it black just to show you how I'm freescaling it, and then turn it white just to cover over the top part of the ladder, and that then makes the teeth look slightly angled. Now later on in the video I do slightly tweak these ladders, just turn them sort of angled a little bit, the right hand side one especially, I angle that slightly. And also the bottom part of that ladder, you want that to run right at the bottom of the teeth, because that sort of outlines the image as well. So that's a way of sort of saving some layers, because we do use all 32 layers on this emblem, and to be honest with you, I could have done with 50 layers to get it absolutely spot on how I wanted it, but I had to make the best of the situation we had. 32 layers is all we got, so 32 layers is what I used, and we got away with it. So now I've picked up a circle, rescaled that, using that as sort of like the background line for the ear, and also you will use another circle just to do that. Now you can see there I've took away that lampshade and I've now got the monolith in, and I'm rescaling that to make that fit. What that does is give it starting to get excited and start talking really fast. What that does is, how we've removed that and the angle we've got there is give it more of a square sort of scale. So before that wasn't exactly how it should be, and we've now made it that little bit better. Now this is what I've put in the background here we don't use, so ignore this piece, as I'm trying to outline the image, and it was extremely difficult because there's not many straight lines and stuff to get a nice black outline and make it look good. So we're rescaling the monolith in a freescale mode just to make it sort of narrower, just to, like I said, give it that sort of better perception of depth. Extremely sort of fiddly this is, because it's a square, but it's not a full square, and you got to try and make it look angular and sort of rounded at the same time, which is quite a hard thing to pull off. Now what we're using for the bones that go across there, we're going to use hearts. Now they are all slightly different sizes due to the angular effect of the image, and you need to sort of like just freescale them, just sort of like, as obviously the one in the bottom right hand corner needs to be the biggest, the ones in the top left, top right and bottom left need to be sort of like a little bit smaller, and the one in the top left needs to be quite big, so sort of angled towards us, so that's the more forward bone. So I used another couple of half tubes for the bones just to make it look just right. I will remove the bottom right hand corner one just to get that absolutely spot on towards the end. Now I'm trying to outline the image. I don't use this, I'm pretty sure that's the golf flag that one is. I don't use that in the end, but we remove that and put something else in there. But that's the other way that you can make the image come all together, is by outlining it in black. Extremely sort of fiddly. I've then copy and pasted a monolith and put that behind the other monolith to outline the right hand side of the image, and then we've got one of these quarter circles now on top there, just to sort of get it in there. Now I was very close to not putting this emblem out there, but the way it ended up with a load of fiddling and farting about, it came out so well that I thought I will put it out there. Now obviously I understand that it's quite a sort of fiddly image to do, but if you guys want to put the time in, then you can do this too, and it is really good fun. So we're using a like rounded square there just to go around the background there on the main feature, and you want to bring it so it touches the black monolith on the right hand side, and also go around the left hand side of the image and outline that. That then gives it a real perspective of depth. That puts the bones really in the background and the actual block in the foreground, the skull face block in the foreground. Looks really good. And then basically we're copy and pasting the hearts and then changing them to black just to outline them, and once they're outlined, that then is getting towards the end. We end up with just one layer. Once we've finished outlining all of these bones on the end, we end up with one layer, and basically what we're going to do with that is we're going to use that layer to make the teeth look good at the end, finish them off. And what you'll need to do that with the teeth is you're going to need a private first class, and you'll need to freescale that to a right angle, and then you can sort of just finish off the thimble and the teeth. And this is where I fiddle around with the ladder just to get it just right. So the main thing with this emblem is get all the basics there, get it all looking sort of like half decent, and then once everything's in place, you can then sort of move things around just a little bit and tweak them and get it sort of just where you need it to be. So if this video has been helpful, guys, I know it's been a real awkward and tricky one, but it definitely is worth putting the time in and doing. If it's been helpful, please hit the rating button, hit the like button. I do appreciate the likes. It helps my videos get out there, and that helps me out no end. It takes 1 second to hit that like button, and that makes the world a difference, shows your appreciation. So as always, guys, thanks ever so much for watching. Please don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Enjoy the emblem. I love it. It's my favourite so far. So thanks ever so much for watching, guys, and I shall see you later. I'm also on Facebook and Twitter. Feel free to check me out on there. That way you'll never miss any of the videos I post, and you'll get to read some of the mundane tweets that I manage to tweet out on a daily basis. Thanks ever so much, guys, and I'll see you later.